Have you ever met someone for the first time and felt like you'd known them forever? Not because you recognized their face, but because something about them just felt strangely familiar. In 2017, Emma moved to a new city. She wasn't running from anything. She just wanted a fresh start, a new apartment, a new job. She didn't know anyone, and most evenings after work, she would sit alone in a small cafe near her apartment. She always ordered the same thing, had the seat by the window and her notebook. She liked writing down small details about people, the way strangers laughed, the tiny things that made each person unique. One rainy evening, while she was writing, someone accidentally bumped into her table. Her coffee spilled all across the page, and she quickly grabbed her notebook. The stranger looked down at the page, most of it covered in coffee, but one sentence was still readable, and it said, "Some people arrive in your life at exactly the right moment." They both laughed. It was quite ironic. They had a lot in common. They both hated crowded places. They both preferred old movies. And they both had the same strange habit of tapping their fingers when they were thinking. Small details, things that shouldn't really mean anything. They talked for a while and went their separate ways. A week later, Emma walked into a small bookshop she had never noticed before. She was browsing the shelves when she heard a familiar voice. She turned around and it was the stranger from the cafe. They both laughed and thought, "No way." They talked for hours again, and the more they talked, the more these little connections appeared. They had both lived in the same area as children. They both had memories of the same old park, and they both remembered a blue door on a red brick building. At first, they thought it was just funny, a coincidence. But then they discovered something even stranger. He showed Emma an old photo from his childhood, and she immediately recognized the building behind him. It's where she used to live. They looked confused, and Emma nodded. Same street, same blue door, same building. A place they had been connected to years before they ever met. Then they started to get suspicious. And this is where the idea of the red string theory comes in. The red string theory is an old belief that two people who are destined to meet are connected by an invisible red thread. It can stretch across time. It can become tangled. People can move thousands of miles away from each other. They can live completely separate lives. But eventually, the string pulls them together. It's not about magic. It's about the strange connections we sometimes experience with random people. The moments that feel too perfectly timed. The meetings that almost shouldn't have happened. The small choices that somehow lead two lives to cross. Maybe it's fate. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe the human brain is designed to notice patterns and create meaning from them. But sometimes life creates moments that feel almost impossible. Two strangers, two completely different paths, and somehow they end up in the same place. Red string theory is something we can't see, but maybe every decision, every accident, and every moment quietly guides us towards the people we are meant to find. Comment down below if you have ever met someone and it's felt like fate. Make sure to subscribe for more oddly interesting stuff.